Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name of course is Resonant and welcome to a very special video. Now this one is a bit of an informational video about a mod that is coming up soon that will be released for Mount & Blade Warband in the near future. Now you're asking why are you giving us information on this? Why are you telling us? You don't tell us about any of the other mods that come out for Warband. But there's a very specific reason for this one. And that's because I am so interested in this mod. It looks so epic and I'm going to be able to get you guys involved in it a lot. We're going to do a lot of events with subscribers and against other people, and it's going to be absolutely epic. So that's why I'm bringing this to your attention, because I really want to do this with you guys. I really want you guys to download this mod and we can play this together. Obviously I will tell you when it is out. It's not out just yet. The developer he gave me a bit of a tour of the map a couple of days ago. He talked to me about it. I downloaded a early version of the mod and he gave me a bit of a tour of the map. He told me about the mod and what's going to be in it. So I'm going to relay that information over to you. So see if you guys are interested in it and see if you guys wanted to take part in it. So let's get right into it. So this is a Lord of the Rings multiplayer mod. As soon as I heard this, I was extremely excited because I love Lord of the Rings, and there is not a multiplayer mod for Lord of the Rings in Warband. Although there is Full Invasion 2, but obviously Full Invasion 2 is not fully Lord of the Rings. That is still a lot of other mods, a lot of other factions, a lot of other races that you can play as that isn't Lord of the Rings, and other storylines and stuff like that. I wanted something that is solely Lord of the Rings, but multiplayer. And this is what we've been bought here. But there's a bit of a twist to this. This is not just your average Mount & Blade Warband multiplayer, hack and slash, different game modes, smashing at your enemy. This is something very interesting and very different. So, I'll tell you guys some words from the developers. He says, it's a mod that focuses on recreating the epic moments from the Lord of the Rings movies. This will be the main focus of the mod and the main thing people will play on, but there will probably also be other servers privately hosted with normal shield battles, events and stuff like that. So this mod is going to be, obviously, like I said, about recreating the epic moments of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I'll get into that in a little bit of how that's going to work and how it's going to work in this mod. But it is said this is not only going to be the only game mode, that is probably going to be the main game mode, because as you'll see in a bit, it is absolutely amazing, the ideas they've come up with and how they're implementing it into Mount & Blade Warband. It's absolutely insane. So I'm really looking forward to telling you about that. But obviously there will be the normal native game modes, maybe deathmatch, team deathmatch, battle, where you can do normal shield battles. And I think it would be really cool to see a line of Gondor infantry with their archers behind them, Faramir or Aragorn leading them into battle. I think that would look so cool. And then maybe the race of elves fighting off against the orcs with the elven archers, shooting down all the Uruks, charging at them with spears and stuff. It will look absolutely awesome in a shield battle, and I really hope people decide to make events on this. If they do, I will definitely make some sort of clan in it. If I do, I'd probably go for Gondor elves, because they just look so cool. But that's such a good idea though, having the normal native shield battles and stuff, but in Lord of the Rings, the realm of Lord of the Rings, and I'm sure there's going to be custom maps. I've already seen a custom map which I'm going to show you in the gameplay that you are watching now. So, what is the other game mode? The one that he says most people would be focusing on. So this is what he showed me around. It works with different scenarios, different places and bits from the films that the players will be recreating in not really scripted. You have certain objectives, but it's not scripted at all. The players choose how they win it and basically how effective they can complete the objectives. So the first one that they are working on right now, which I have had a look around a bit, is a scenario with a sacrifice of Faramir. Now, if any of you don't know that from the Lord of the Rings film, by the way, definitely recommend going watching all the Lord of the Rings films. Personally, my favourite is probably the third one, but they're all really great films, so I definitely recommend that. But just if you guys didn't know, the sacrifice of Faramir is when, just before the Battle of Minas Tirith in Osgiliath, which is kind of a ruined city, Faramir goes down, taking as many orcs with him as possible, but then his body is sent back to Minas Tirith, dragged by a horse. So it's a bit of a spoiler, but he goes in to try and take back Osgiliath from the orcs, and he doesn't quite make it. So this is what they're going to be recreating. Now in the game you have the different classes, such as the infantry, the cavalry, And you can also play as heroes. You can play as Faramir, and each of your units or troops have their own individual shout. If you press O, it comes up with a little menu where you can press buttons, and it does different shouts, and I'll let you guys hear the audio of this because it just sounds so cool, as you can hear now. But yeah, that's custom to all the troops, all the infantry. Even the orcs have their own shouts. It's like, men must die in the orc voice, and it's really cool. Imagine a load of people shouting that. And he even showed me some responses. So there's something that Faramir can say, some really epic speech, and then the men, if they press a certain button, it replies to that speech with like a shout, and it is just really cool, and it'll be amazing to create videos on this, recreating these epic moments from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So yeah, so the Sacrifice of Faramir is the first scenario they are working on. As you can see from this custom map in the background, kill me now. Minas Tirith looks absolutely insane, and going across Pelennor Fields into Osgiliath just looks absolutely insane. And this is a short bit of information about how it's going to work, what the developer has told me, how they want it to work. In the Sacrifice of Faramir scenario, 1/3 of the players will spawn in Minas Tirith, which we know is that massive city of Gondor, and they will spawn as Gondor Cap. The rest will spawn in Osgiliath as Mordor. They will be playing as the orcs. Gondor's objective is to charge Osgiliath and either kill off all the enemies or capture one of the two flags. There's one life for everyone, and there's, of course, like I said, all the voice menus for the chat. And the scripts will ensure that everything stays true and much as possible to the movies. So, like I said before, there is a bit of scripts in it to make sure everyone stays doing what they need to be doing and don't just mess off and run away. But you can choose how you do it, like it said. You can charge Osgiliath and either kill off all the enemies, which are the orcs, or capture one of the two flags. And I think this is going to be really cool to see what the players can come up with and how they choose what they do and how they complete this objective. Now, this is not all they want. The developers have said in the future there will be the Helm's Deep, a Minas Tirith siege. If any of you don't know Minas Tirith, there's a massive siege at the end of the third film. That is probably my favourite bit in all the three films. Helm's Deep was pretty cool as well. But the sieges in Lord of the Rings are absolutely insane, and recreating them in Mount & Blade Warband will be so fun. I really can't wait to do it. And he really says anything else. So if you guys have any ideas of what scenes and scenarios from Lord of the Rings films you want to see, leave it in the comments. I'm sure the developer will be watching this video. So if you are, look in the comments, and my lovely viewers will have put down some ideas that they will have for what they want to see in this mod, all the scenarios that they want to recreate and replay of Lord of the Rings. Some things I personally want to see is maybe a battle in the mines of Moria, or maybe even a cool little game mode of some people playing as the Nazguls and some people playing as hobbits, and they're trying to hunt them down. I'm not quite sure how well that would work in the kind of the map space that you have in Mount & Blade Warband, but it'll be a really cool thing to see, a kind of hide and seek thing. They have to hunt them down and kill them, but I'm sure the massive battles are going to work the best. So that's basically the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like. I'm so excited for this mod. If you guys are excited for this mod, leave a comment down below. Remember to leave your ideas of different scenarios that you want to see in this mod, because it will be really interesting to see what we can get into it and how we can get people playing this. And of course, events and battles that the community create are going to be really, really cool and amazing to witness and even play in. So I'm definitely going to probably help set that kind of stuff up. If you guys are interested in that, leave a comment as well. But other than that, subscribe to the channel for more content on this. I will definitely be keeping you updated on the development of it, and especially the release as well. But remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. You know what to do if you didn't. And next time, we will be doing Kingdom Come Deliverance. Thumbs up if you can't wait for that series. But until then, I will see you in the next one.